PTSD claims for military veterans. You won your PTSD claim with the VA, and now you want to apply for Social Security disability benefits. There's a few problems you're going to face, and I want to head those off so you're aware of them before they happen. So, if you're a combat veteran, you have experience with the VA. You probably know by now that the bar was pretty low. I do kind of joke about the duty to assist and veteran friendly environment and all that stuff, but all that stuff is completely out the window when you file a PTSD claim with Social Security disability. So Social Security, may accept that you have a PTSD rating. They may give it a little bit more weight if it's a 100% PTSD VA rating. But again, keyword is may. They're a different government agency. They look at it as an objective disability because there's no objective medical test to verify that you have it. I mean, they can do some scans and stuff like that, but I mean, like, objective medical testing is, like this right here. If you have a lower back issue, you get an x-ray, right? And then that doesn't show anything. And then you get an MRI. And then you can clearly see herniated or bulging discs. And that's like rock solid, objective, medical imaging type evidence. And then, of course, your orthopedic surgeon is the doctor requesting this MRI. So they like seeing stuff like that. With mental health claims and PTSD, it all comes down to your private doctor, and there is no imaging. So you're going to have to rely on the medical evidence stuff. Huge. So if you're only using your VA medical records, you're going to see vague language in there. You can go download your blue button report from My Healthy Vet and go look at the inconsistencies in there. I mean, I kind of laugh about this. We are fighting the VBA, Veterans Benefits Administration, just because like trying to hold the VHA accountable it's a joke. I mean, do it, clean up the errors as you see them. But, if it's been 3 years, you're like, I wasn't even talking about that stuff. So another thing they do, in addition to downplaying your symptoms and speaking in their own little weird codes, is they do tons of copying and pasting. All doctors do this to a degree. Every time you have a new visit, they will copy and paste a portion of the last visit and then change it. The VA just copies and pastes the whole thing, and they change very little because cover their ass. That's what they got to do. Crank as many veterans through as possible. So this stuff results in, lots of redundant information that is not going to be useful. I mean, you're going to file a Social Security claim, right? And if you get denied and you have to appeal it, and this gets in front of a judge, ultimately, he's going to be looking at this stuff and be like, oh, great, there's 900 pages and like 700 of them say the exact same thing. So it's not going to help you. I think you can understand that point, right? So if you're seeking treatment at the VA for PTSD, you've probably been through a few VA psychologists and a few VA psychiatrists. I've been engaged with them over a year, and I've already had turnover, right? So Social Security is looking for consistency. One doctor saying the same thing, saying the right thing, saying the things that they're looking for because of the subjective nature of a PTSD claim. Now you're showing them, 3 different VA psychologists, 3 different VA psychiatrists. The psychiatrists are all got their own programs on mood disorder meds and depression meds, if you're even taking the meds. And then the psychologists, they have their own opinions. So there's no consistency there. And that is not going to help you in your Social Security claim. So another thing they do is they will do group therapy for PTSD. And, as that is good medical evidence in a VA claim, I mean, think about it. You're filing a Social Security claim. Like, They don't want to hear about what, Jim and Bob and Ted and Frank and the other 10 guys in your group. They like the judge isn't going to read all that stuff. It's useless. So, what Social Security looks for is medical evidence from a private doctor. Since it's so subjective, um, it at least needs to be written up properly. And they're going to be looking for suicide attempts or psychiatric hospitalizations. For whatever reason, this is what the judge will look for. And, just different phases through your Social Security claim. But they are looking for as concrete kind of evidence that you have a disability as possible. And that's the kind of stuff that has probative value, and it is going to increase your chances of winning. So if you've been locked up 5150 style, 5250 style, that will help you. If that is where you're sitting right now, then your chances are going to increase. I haven't been locked up. So if I was to file a PTSD claim for Social Security benefits, I would have problems in this area. I do have a private psychiatrist that I see, and I've seen him for 10 years, so I have good consistency there. But I'm not sure if he would be able to write, the kind of report that they're looking for. But I guess I haven't actually asked him. So the VA, in contrast, the VA is looking for suicidal ideation or suicidal thoughts. They ask you if you have plan or intent. Social Security doesn't want to hear about thoughts or ideation or plan or intent. They want to see proof that you've actually attempted suicide. I mean, this is a huge difference. And you need to have that stuff on the record. I mean, it sucks that it has to be this gnarly, but this is just welcome to the world of Social Security disability.